We have a brand new mechanic in the Pokemon TCG as of today. V-Union Pokemon have just been released, so I figured we would take them out onto PTCGO and see if we can get them to work in the standard format. So I figured the first V-Union card we'd take a look at would be Zacian V-Union, just in case you hadn't figured it out, based on the thumbnail and the title of the video. This is the list that we're going to be working with, but first I'll explain how the V-Union mechanic works, because it might be something that you're unfamiliar with. Essentially, we have 4 copies of Zacian V-Union in our deck, but they make up a quarter of one Pokemon. For example, this part of the Zacian V-Union is the top left, and then this part is the bottom right. Essentially, what we need to do is we need to discard all 4 of our Zacian V-Union cards. Once they are in the discard pile, we can then special summon Zacian V-Union onto our bench as a Pokemon in its own right. And that means, since we've gone through all of that effort to get there, we will have one really powerful 3-prize Pokemon on our bench. Let me very quickly tell you what this card does, because there's obviously a lot going on here. Our first attack is Union Gain. For 1 colorless energy, we can attach 2 metal energy from our discard pile to our active Zacian V-Union, which is very strong. We also have Dance of the Crown Sword, which deals 150 damage for 2 metal and a colorless, plus it means that we'll reduce our opponent's active Pokemon's damage next turn by 150, which is really powerful, especially considering the fact that Pokemon like Dragapult VMAX and Jolteon VMAX deal less than 150, so a very strong attack there. We also have a flat 200 damage with Steel Cut. That's 2 metal energy and a colorless as well. Plus, what I think is the best attack on this card, Master Blade. For 3 metal and a colorless, we deal 340 damage and then discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. 340 damage will knock out everything in the standard format, even the bulkiest of VMAXs. So this card could potentially be one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game. The issue, of course, is getting all 4 of our pieces into the discard pile and then being able to attach energy to it. The way that we're trying to do that is by using a whole bunch of discard cards. We have cards like Galarian Articuno V, which can discard 2 cards from our hand, and then we can discard our 2 Zacian V-Union pieces from that. We've obviously got cards like Quick Ball as well. I've also got cards like Great Ball and also Familiar Bell in the deck. That's because we have no way of searching Zacian V-Union if we don't play those kind of Pokemon search cards. Quick Ball only finds basics, and Zacian V-Union is not a basic. It's got its own rules, so we can't use Quick Ball. We need Great Ball, and then obviously once we have a piece in the discard pile, Familiar Bell can help us out. And we also have Allister, and I'll throw it out there, Allister's on my list of the top 10 worst supporters in the game, but he's found a niche now. We can potentially use Allister to draw a few cards and then discard some cards in our hand. Hopefully we can use V-Unions in that manner, but we'll wait and see. Obviously then we need to wait to get energy attachments. We've got Bronzong in this particular list to try and accelerate lightning. Not lightning, what am I doing? It's too late for me to restart, so I'm going to just plow on through this. We'll use this to attach metal energy to our Zacian V-Union, and hopefully we can get ourselves a big Master Blade attack off. Now, it's all well and good me sitting here telling you how it's supposed to work, but the best way to learn is to show you, so I'm going to jump over onto the ladder and hopefully we can get some games with this absolute monster of a Pokemon. Alrighty, we are into a game, and I just want to say very quickly, thank you very much to Mr. Darthbean, who has provided me with these cards. Unbelievably, we are ready to go here. I'm going to Marnie and shuffle our hand to the bottom of the deck and then grab some more cards. We'll see how we go with that. Zacian is not ideal, but I mean, it could work. We can play that down. We can at least draw some cards with Intrepid Sword, which is fantastic. Yeah, let's go with that, and we'll see what we get. A couple of Bronzor. That's fine. Yeah, Mr. Darthbean has helped me out greatly by lending me copies of all 3 of the V-Union Pokemon that are currently standard legal. That's Zacian, Mewtwo, and also Greninja. Thank you very much to him for that. it's really hard to get access to these cards at the moment. They're $15 a code on code card stores like Potown, etc., which is incredibly expensive, and frankly, I probably wouldn't worry about it because they're not necessarily the most competitive cards that you can get. But hey, listen, they're fun, and I'm spending the money or making the effort to get the cards so that you don't necessarily have to. Now, let's plow on through here. We've got Zacian V on the bench. We've got Zamazenta in the active. Bronzor for next turn, which is fantastic. Our opponent is having a little bit of a struggle, and they are playing Ice Rider Calyrex, which means we will have weakness advantage on our side. So if we can't win this using our Zacian V-Union, I don't know what we're going to win. We'll throw down the Bronzor. We will play the Great Ball here, and we got ourselves a nice little scarf. Let's attach to the active, and then we can Intrepid Sword. We've got the scarf of the Zacian V. Only 3 more pieces in our hand. If we can put them in the bin, then we'll be able to use that card. It's part of the reason why this isn't necessarily the most meta-relevant Pokemon, because obviously if that was a tag team or a VMAX, it would be in play, but instead it's a quarter of a Pokemon that needs to be in the discard pile, which makes it very tough. But hey, listen, once it's in play, we should be fine, right? We'll be having a nice time then. And again, we've got weakness, so we should be able to win regardless. Like, I mean, Zacian and Zamazenta is its own deck anyway, so I can't expect it to be any better than this. Let's see what our opponent does here. They're going to go for the Shady Dealings Inteleon. I imagine that they're going to use Boss's Orders. Maybe they're going to knock out the Bronzor, which would be disappointing. They're going to boss. Actually, they're going to go for the Zacian. Fair enough. That's not too big of a problem for me, frankly, because it means that we get to keep our Bronzong, which is nice. And it looks like they're going to Evo Incense into their Calyrex, ready to take the knockout. That's fair, that's reasonable. Probably not the play that I would have made, but to be honest, it's not like we're going to knock them out next turn unless something crazy happens. I mean, I don't really see a way, but that's okay. We can put the Zamazenta in the active anyway, and they won't be able to knock that out because they've only got their Calyrex VMAX in play anyway. So let's see what we get off of the top deck. I'd really like to see a card that could discard it, like a Quick Ball. That's fantastic. Okay, so we can put the Zacian V in there. Let's grab Galarian Articuno, because we're going to need that to discard cards from our hand. That would be fantastic. Then we'll play Familiar Bell. This can put a piece of Zacian V-Union in our hand, so we'll just grab the top right corner of that particular card. Then we can play down our Bronzong, because we will need to move some of these energies around. We can also, let's have a think. I think we want to use Professor's Research here. So we probably, there's no energy in the discard pile, so I probably attach the Air Balloon, and then I'll just attach to the active, because worst case scenario, I can at least attack this turn. And then I think we just research. So we've got 2 of our 4 pieces of Zacian V-Union in the discard pile now. There are no V-Union pieces in our hand, which is unfortunate, but we do have a couple of Quick Balls, so we can thin a little bit here. We'll grab a Zacian. We've got our Crobat in deck as well. Let's throw that down. We'll Quick Ball away a Metal Energy and then grab Crobat. I'll throw the Zacian down. We can use the Metal Saucer, put that energy into play, and then Crobat. We're looking for 2 V-Union pieces, please. What? We got 1. Okay. We probably want to hold this Quick Ball, actually, because we can Articuno. We're going to draw a card here. So let's just reconstitute. We'll get rid of the bottom right-hand corner and a Metal Energy, and hopefully we just draw the last one, right? Oh my god! Quick Ball! We got it out! It's in play! Are you kidding me? As if that just happened! Okay, just everyone settle. Play this Pokemon onto the bench, and we get a nice little animation as it spins and spins, and we get our V-Union Pokemon in play, and we already have all of the energy that we need. We've got 4 in play. We can use Metal Transfer from Bronzong. That was so stupid. I can't believe we managed to get that. We'll put all of our energy onto the active, and then I think we can pretty much just, well, wait, I think we use the 3rd attack. I don't think we need to discard anything because we have Metal Weakness, right? So 4 energy onto the active Zacian V-Union, and then we can Steel Cut for 400 damage and take the knockout. But bearing in mind the fact that if that was any other type Pokemon, we would have been able to knock it out anyway. So that's pretty good. So I've made a couple of changes. I've played a lot of games with this deck in the meantime, between that first game and this one, and I've made a couple of changes. I got rid of Marnie. I don't think that Marnie's necessarily the best option, because we want to discard cards from our hand, so I've replaced it with something that I never thought that I would ever put in a standard deck, which is Allister. So flame me in the comments if you must. Hopefully I remember to do some sort of comment at the start, and that you're not all just very confused as to why I was playing Marnie in the first game. That's fine. Let's Crobat here. We'll see what we can get. We've got Bronzor, we've got Familiar Bell. That's fantastic. We can grab ourselves another piece of Zacian V-Union, but unfortunately, we have found ourselves in a bit of a problem. We've got 3 of our Zacian V-Union pieces in the discard pile, but unfortunately, our last piece is in the prizes. Which is one of the problems with this particular mechanic. One of those 6 cards is one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, and I need to get it out so that I can use it. And if I don't take knockouts, then I can't get the V-Union out, because I've got 3 bits in there. I need 1 more from the prizes. Hopefully we can just take a knockout here. It looks like we're playing against Single Strike, so this could be a very interesting matchup, actually. Hopefully we get an opportunity to use our V-Union so we can take a massive one-shot knockout on a Single Strike Urshifu. That would make me feel really, really good. The VMAX obviously has a lot of HP, but Zacian V-Union is super powerful. We can knock it out, it's not a problem. Now, we're getting Marnied here. Not too big of a deal. Obviously, losing the Bronzong is an issue, but I'm not too worried. And now we've found ourselves a copy of Allister. If that had have been a Marnie in this situation, I wouldn't have been too upset. Although, to be fair, if we did have access to our 4th piece of Zacian V-Union, this would be the perfect situation to use it. We could Familiar Bell for that Zacian V-Union, Allister, draw 3 cards, and then discard the V-Union that we wanted. But that's not going to happen this time. Unfortunately, I am being hoisted upon my own petard. Is that how... Is that a saying? I feel like I've made that up. Anyway, we're going to throw down our energy, and we are also going to play our Allister. I feel like that's definitely something that we're going to do. I don't think we need Familiar Bell anymore, so if we're going to discard a card out of our hand, it may as well be that one. We can discard that, and then let's have a think. We could potentially draw another card with Articuno, but we don't really need to. I'm thinking. Can I realistically get knocked out easily next turn? Yes, but it'll be hard. They'll need to get all of their Houndooms in play. Let's reconstitute here. We'll get rid of a switch because we have 2 of them, and also the Metal Energy. It's not necessarily too important. Quick Ball's okay. It's okay. It's not good, but it's okay. I think it's probably just going to be a simple matter of attacking here. I mean, we could play down one of these Pokemon, but I don't think we need to do anything else. I think we can just Brave Blade. This is the most important prize that I've ever taken on this channel. We need to find the Zacian V-Union here. Hopefully it's just one of these 2. And it is. It is. Alright, now we got to research as well. Okay, alright. Let's just settle. Let's just settle. I don't want to make any promises. But we may be about to get the Zacian V-Union out again. I genuinely played this deck for like 2 hours, and this is maybe the 3rd time that the V-Union could potentially come into play. So don't sit here and be like, oh, Mitch he's got the Zacian V-Union every time. No, he has not. It's been a very sad experience over here in my office, but I'm finally potentially. Don't Marnie me. Please don't Marnie me. I'm potentially... They researched. We're not getting Marnied. Okay, so we are getting the V-Union out next turn. Yes, okay. And we can also research, which means that we can get the Bronzong out as well. And hopefully, they don't knock me out. They need, I think, what, 3? 3 strong energies to do that? They can do it. It's possible, but it's not likely. So, hopefully, our Zacian stays in play. We can get the V-Union into the discard pile. We can get the V-Union in play, move some energy to it, and start taking massive knockouts. Because that's what this video's about. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Please don't get the Bronzong. Thought they were gonna knock out the Bronzor. That would have been horrific. Okay, we have suddenly found ourselves in a position where we could potentially get the knockout, and we've got the energy as well. Okay, discard the Zacian. Grab anything, it doesn't matter. Then, here we go. Let's watch the animation again. Look at those cards spinning. I find it funny that it's Zacian, one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, and it spins around and it's Bidoof. I think that's very funny. We're going to attach. Then, we can play down a Oranguru. We can research, which is fantastic. We've got ourselves a Metal Saucer. We've got Boss's Orders and Allister for next turn, which is brilliant as well. I'm thinking that we Metal Saucer onto our V-Union. Then we can Quick Ball. I'm going to get rid of an energy here just to thin the deck out. We don't really need any of these cards anymore. And then I think it's going to be a simple matter of just retreating. Actually, no, we need Bronzor. Oh my god. Well, we can't. Well, we just need to hope that this is it. Is this it? Master Blade. Okay. Alright. Alright. Right. So, I'm a massive sack. I got so lucky then. I can't believe we don't take the Bronzong. We're just gonna win now, right? Surely. They can't knock out this Zacian V-Union. Can they? Could they knock me out? Maybe they can. They could use the VMAX. Oh no! They could knock out the V-Union. If we lose the V-Union, we're in so much trouble. Okay. If they take a knockout in this V-Union, I don't know if we can win. We'd need to top deck again into the Metal Saucer. Okay. This game is just the most stupid thing that I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so let's brain just for a second. They've got the Evo Incense, that means they're gonna have the VMAX. Do they have the attack with the VMAX to get the knockout? Do they have it? It's taking a long time. They don't have the VMAX. They've got the Houndoom. Okay, I was about to say, they've taken a long time here. You would have thought if they had it, they would have just done it. But no! So Houndoom is in play. Now. Boss! Not the Bronzong. Oh, the Zacian. Okay. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's not ideal. Impact Blow. Right, so we haven't lost yet. But it is getting more and more difficult to win. Okay, so now what we need to do is we just need to top deck. Obviously, we're going to top deck Allister, but we need to top deck into a Metal Saucer. So let's thin with Great Ball. There's a Metal Saucer, so we would have got it if we had it just out. I should have just Allistered. Well, let's do it then, shall we? Let's use Allister. And hopefully we just... It's annoying. I mean, I'll just get rid of the Zacians, I guess. We don't really need those anymore. Okay, so if they evolve into the VMAX, then we lose. Let's Primate Wisdom, I think. Because we could get the Metal Saucer and... No, we can't win anymore. Yes, we can. Okay, so Metal Saucer, we'll put the boss on top. If we get Metal Saucer, we win. We don't. Okay. Well, I think we just have to attach and retreat and hope that they don't boss us here, right? I think we just have to hope that we don't lose. And after all this, all of that luck, after we got the exact prize that we needed, and we top-decked into the Bronzong, we can still lose to a boss's orders. If they play any other supporter, we win, because we put boss on top of the deck. So even if they Marnie, we win the game. Assuming, of course, that we have an energy. Oh no, we might not have an energy. Okay, I mean, well, hey, listen, we're close to winning, and that's the most important thing. I think we can all agree. Doesn't look like there's a boss yet. They haven't got it yet. Okay, so they're going to attach the energy, and they're going to be able to draw some cards here with Crobat. So let's see, hopefully, just don't get it. Just don't get the boss. Don't get the boss. You don't have to play the boss. It's not necessary for you to play the boss. You can just take the knockout on the Oranguru. There's no reason to be anything other than nice to me right now. Surely. They don't have it. They don't have it. We're going to win. Okay, so they're just going to knock out our Oranguru, and then we can attach to the Zacian V-Union and just win. That was close. Okay, there's the research. Alright, I can relax now. Oh, it's taken so long. This deck is not very good. The mechanic is so hard. It's so hard to get the Pokemon out. Oh no. Okay, they've got the V Max. You never know. Maybe we could just draw into a Metal Saucer. Oh boy. Looks like we're gonna be fine though. Whew. You have a good day. Thank you, Xiao. Appreciate it. If you're watching, thank you. Thanks for sitting here and doing that and playing this game with me. Beat down. Okay. We win. Let's promote the V-Union. We can attach an energy. We can use boss's orders. And then we just need to make sure that we do an attack that does more than 130 damage. So, yeah, we'll just take the knockout. Sounds pretty good. I like that. Very powerful attacker. Very difficult to get out. Alright, so after all of that, is this deck actually any good? And honestly, no. I mean, it's not one that I would necessarily pick up straight away. It's got some playability to it, but its consistency is obviously hampered by the fact that the main attacker is impossible to get into play, and it's also an incredibly expensive card, so there's no value in this list for you at all. The only thing that I can say this deck has going for it is that it's got a cool little animation, right? A cool animation when you get the V-Union in play. It's a C. It's an average deck. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but hey, listen, if you've got the card, you may as well see if you can get it to work. So there we have it. We've done our first V-Union. Zacian is in the bank. We've got Greninja and Mewtwo to take a look at next. So let me know down in the comments, what one do you want to see first? Do you want to see Mewtwo? Do you want to see Greninja? I mean, it's up to you. Also, if you haven't already, please consider liking the video. That would be fantastic. Makes me feel good in my heart, which would be fantastic for you to do. Apart from that, I'm going to leave you be after that very exciting 25-30 minutes. Whew, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself anymore. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along, and I'll see you next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.